Have you ever found yourself wondering whose life you're really living? Maybe you wake up, go through your daily routine, and feel like you're playing a part that was written for someone else. Like you're wearing a mask, smiling for the world while your real self waits quietly in the background. I've been there. I know what it's like to feel disconnected from who you truly are. The good news is, that feeling doesn't have to last forever. Today, I'm going to share 15 powerful ways to discover your true self. Practical steps that will help you start living as your authentic self. And by the end, you'll have the tools to take control of your life, starting right now. Let's dive in. Here's the first step on your journey. Live by your core values. At the very heart of who you are lies your values, the principles or beliefs that matter most to you. They're your inner compass, guiding your decisions even when life gets complicated. I learned this the hard way. Once I took a job that looked perfect on paper. Great pay, impressive title, lots of perks. But deep down, it didn't align with my core values, and every day felt like I was sinking. I was miserable, even though everyone else thought I should be happy. When you make choices that align with your values, life starts to feel lighter and more meaningful. Here's what you can do. Write down your top 3 values. Maybe it's honesty, creativity, or freedom. Then, ask yourself if your daily life reflects them. If not, what's one change you can make this week to move closer to living by your values? Pursue what energizes you. Think back to when you were a child. What activities made hours fly by in an instant? For me, it was writing. I'd lose myself in stories, and that passion has stuck with me ever since. The things that energize you, that make time disappear, are clues to your authentic self. They're not just hobbies, they're signposts pointing toward who you're meant to be. This week, spend at least 15 minutes doing something that excites you. Notice how you feel. Your passions aren't random, they're your roadmap. Be willing to walk away. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is leave behind what looks perfect on the outside, but feels wrong on the inside. I remember turning down a lucrative position because deep down, every day felt like dragging a heavy weight uphill. The money and the status weren't enough to outweigh how drained I felt. Ask yourself, if money or status didn't matter, would you still be doing what you're doing now? If the answer is no, it's worth exploring what might need to change. Drop the mask. Pretending to be okay for the sake of others is exhausting. I used to force a smile at gatherings, trying to meet everyone's expectations while feeling empty inside. But the moment I allowed myself to be vulnerable, to admit I wasn't okay, I started forming real connections. When you drop the mask, you invite authenticity, not just in yourself, but in those around you. This week, share one honest feeling with someone you trust. You might be surprised at how freeing it feels. Define success for yourself. Society loves to hand us checklists for success. The right job, the perfect home, a certain status. But those lists aren't yours. They're borrowed. I once believed that having my name on an office door was the ultimate achievement, until I realized what truly mattered to me was freedom and creativity. Take a few minutes to write your own definition of success. Pin it somewhere you'll see every day. Let that be your guide, not someone else's expectations. Follow your natural flow. Maybe you're an introvert, but you keep forcing yourself into situations that drain you because you think you should. I did this for years, thinking there was something wrong with me for needing quiet time. But when I started honoring my own rhythms, I stopped feeling less than, and I started thriving. Identify the environments where you feel your best. Are they calm or bustling, solitary or social? Lean into what feels natural for you. Let go of others' expectations. It's easy to find yourself on a path that was never truly yours, just because you wanted to please someone else. I followed a career my family wanted for me, and it nearly broke me. You can't live your best life if you're weighed down by someone else's dreams. This week, Make one choice purely for yourself, not for anyone else's approval or acceptance. Embrace risk for growth. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. I remember investing in a project that scared me, a creative venture that felt risky and uncertain. It turned out to be the most rewarding work I'd ever done. Sometimes, the path to your true self requires courage. Take one small risk this week, something that feels a little scary, but moves you closer to your dreams. Stay rooted in the present. Regret can pull you backward, and fear can push you into endless what-ifs. I used to get lost in both, until I learned to focus on the present. When I started asking myself each morning, what's one thing I can do today to feel fulfilled? My anxiety dropped, and my joy doubled. Bring your attention to today, to this moment, and see how your perspective changes. See change as ongoing. Who you were last year isn't who you are today. I've reinvented myself multiple times. New careers, new passions, and each version felt more like me. Don't be afraid to change your mind or your path when new truths appear. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Use energy as your compass. Pay attention to what lifts you up and what leaves you feeling drained. I noticed my best days were spent with people who challenged me kindly and supported my dreams, not with those who criticized or doubted me. Spend more time with the people and activities that energize you, and less with those that deplete you. Celebrate your season. There's no deadline for finding your purpose. I found my true calling in my 40s, and I have a friend who launched her dream business in her 60s. Age is never the limit. It's your mindset. Stop telling yourself it's too late. Take one small step toward your dream, no matter where you are in life. Commit to daily progress. Big changes are built from tiny steps. When I started reading just 10 minutes a day, my focus and creativity slowly rebuilt. Choose one small daily habit that aligns with your authentic self. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Consistency is what matters. Be courageously authentic. Speaking your truth isn't always easy. I've lost people who preferred the old me, but I've gained peace, self-respect, and deeper relationships. This week, say no to something that doesn't align with who you are. Notice how much lighter you feel. Align action with purpose. Every choice you make is a vote for the life you want. When I aligned my work, friendships, and hobbies with my deeper purpose, life stopped feeling like a compromise and started feeling like a fulfillment. Before you act, ask yourself, does this move me toward or away from my purpose? Choose accordingly. Knowing yourself isn't about finding one final answer. It's about choosing every day to live in alignment with who you're becoming. You have the power to walk away from what no longer serves you, to step fully into the life you deserve, and to honor the voice inside you that's been waiting to be heard. It's not just about thinking, it's about doing, little by little, every single day. I know how hard it can be to feel stuck, to keep going through the motions while ignoring that quiet urge for change. I spent years in a job that drained me, believing I was chasing success, until the day I finally listened to myself and walked away. That single choice changed everything. It gave me freedom, clarity, and a sense of purpose I'd never felt before. You can do the same. Start with one small step today. Take an action that matches your values. Dive into a passion that excites you. Say no to something that doesn't serve you. Every choice you make like this is a vote for the life you truly want. If this message sparked something in you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Think about your biggest takeaway. Leave a comment. Reflect on what resonated with you, and keep seeking out ways to live boldly and authentically. Every day is a new opportunity to discover, to choose, and to become the truest version of yourself. The journey starts now. Feeling inspired? Like and share this video so others can discover the courage to embrace and live their authentic selves.